So the fight today continues with Ellie Goldson inspired flow to keep the inspiration when there's some reason there's like a lot of we call in Hebrew bilbolim, like confusions that come upon a person, like for different reasons. Hashem knows what's good. Always stuff going on in God and life, and you've got the opportunity to keep the flow. There's so much flow going on in a daily life. Even in the past, it's good sometimes to trace back, different times, things you've done or listened to times, moments of inspiration or teaching. I've got a bunch of classes online on SoundCloud. I'm the Midnight Rabbi, Eddie Goldsmith. The opportunity to see over there that, there was a flow then, there's a flow now, and the flow really is pushing you forward, even through the balagan, through the bilbalim, even through the things that are confusing, and going ahead. And this is a tremendous force. And within it, there's obviously teachings and guidance and values and the important grounding part of your life that gives you the ability to not get lost when you're moving forward. And at the same time, not to be scared of anybody or anything. But remember, if there is a flow, everything is really one. Everything has a divine aspect to it, no matter how crazy. And to just constantly allow yourself to thank for what you've got good. There's so much good in a person's life, so much good in front of your eyes. You're sitting on a bed in a house, recording a podcast and being able to connect to people worldwide throughout all the different apps, through Anchor app, onto the iTunes and everywhere else, Spotify, all the different places, just by sitting and talking into a phone. This is like a wondrous experience if you think about it. Taking for granted the developments and the technology, but people will remember, and people who, I grew up with, garbage pail kid card stickers, there was nothing, there was no phones, or with little toy men, or a ZX64, whatever that was, Spectrum, playing like Pac-Man or something. You have to see where we're at technologically. It's mind-blowing, and that's just technologically, emotionally, spiritually. There's so much chaos in the world, and yet at the same time, I'm sitting in the holiest city in the world, in Yerushalayim, about 5-10 minutes from the holiest place in the world, and Baruch Hashem, no one's attacking me, nothing's happening, it's all good, I can pay my bills, and have a job a few minutes up the road. There's so much good. My kids are healthy, even though my son fell and broke something in his hand, but that's small stuff. Baruch Hashem, he'll recover, and it's actually good. It slowed him down a little bit. He was just going too hardcore. The Jai Kantondo, who was learning Bruce Lee's thing, and with the football and all that stuff, everything's a flow. If I would go into yesterday, how it just one thing flowed to the next, I knew I had to see my friend and what he said, and it was an important connection point. And it was shaykh to work as well. Obviously, he's always doing work, always trying to post and develop while I'm moving around, because this is part of my mission, my shlichus, to help. But the point comes back to the flow that was going. That was bringing me from one place to the next. Literally, I finished speaking to my friend. He had to go. Then the bus is there. Get the bus to a place I needed to go. Pick up an envelope, which I'm dealing with this minute. I finished this podcast, and then that's going to lead to some money, hopefully. And then it brought me to another place where I was able to fix my other phone, which hadn't been working, and I did that for free. Then as I came out and got the envelopes I needed, then I went to the bus. Another bus came, and literally I was able to flow. And as I was going to hear a phone call from my wife, my son's now in a medical center. I was literally 2 minutes from there as I got the call. So I just got off the bus and went straight there, and then I was able to go with my friend to the Mincha Marav, the prayer afternoon prayer, evening prayer, and everything flowed, because that was where somewhere positive we could meet. And then I carried on to work, and just everything just flowed. And there's always here and there a few things you miss or whatever, and that's all part of the flow also. And keeping it positive, keeping it upbeat, keeping the judgments away, keeping things in the direction of holiness and focus, especially the relationship. This is the hardest one, the shalom bayis, the relationship in front of you, to be able to really be there and connect, especially nowadays. So with that blessing, connect to Hashem, to really connect in prayer, to really have that time to learn and grow. This is the inspired flow. This is why I'm recording this, just so we can have gratefulness and at the same time share that inspired flow and keep attaching yourself to it. It will be the key to keep going forward, even when all the challenges and the fight is there. And that's what Yaakov, he fought the angel, something way beyond himself, and it is beyond ourselves. But once again, we have Hashem on our side. We're connected to the flow, and we can do everything and do anything if we really want, and pray and believe and put in the steps. All the best. Keep sharing your flow. I want to hear it.